Here's your business brief. First to Washington. The new $1,400 stimulus checks may not make it to every American that needs it. This is because of a loophole in the legislation that allows private debt collectors to seize the checks. This was not an issue for the first two checks. Those packages outlawed such a move. Senator Ron Wyden, chair of the Senate Finance Committee, is set to introduce a piece of legislation separate from the stimulus plan to ensure that the money gets into the pockets of struggling Americans rather than debt collectors. Some of America's biggest air carriers have announced plans to cancel their furloughs. Both American Airlines and United Airlines withdrew approximately 27,000 employee furloughs. This comes following the passage of the stimulus package in Washington. The legislation includes payroll support for the hard-hit industry. In order to receive the $15 billion in aid, the air carriers must not issue furloughs until at least the end of September. Tech giants Facebook and Google have vowed to fight a new piece of legislation that will help the news business. The bill, authored by Democratic Senator Amy Klobuchar, will allow publishers big and small to collectively negotiate how their content is distributed on the platforms. On average, the two tech companies garner as much as 70% of every ad dollar spent online. Both Republicans and Democrats share the view that Facebook and Google wield too much power over how information is distributed online. The move comes following similar legislation in Australia. Netflix is cracking down on password sharing. The streaming service has announced they've started testing a new policy with some customers. It prompts users to sign up for a separate account if they aren't watching with the subscriber. This comes as Netflix subscriber base sees stellar growth. This year, the streaming service topped 200 million subscribers. Dollar General is stepping in to help with the vaccine rollout. The company says they're in talks with the CDC to help administer vaccines. This is because of their footprint in rural America. 75% of its locations are near communities with 20,000 residents or less. This comes following President Biden's announcement to open up vaccine eligibility to all adults by May 1st. And that's your business brief. I'm Andy Hirschfelf in New York.